There we go. Hello. Yeah, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our final band concert of the evening. We got a lot of things going on, so we're going to take an opportunity to kind of highlight kind of the best of what we've done so far this year and kind of taking us into the next year. But it's also a big night for celebrating our seniors. With that first set with Jazz 2 performing, we played two numbers, the opener by Carl Stroman and Children of Sanchez by Chuck Mangione. And in that, we featured solos on the first tune from Parker Dunn on trombone, and Alex Ramirez Villa on tenor sax. On Children of Sanchez, we opened with a flugel solo by Lo Ophil on and then we had improvised solos from four seniors. And so that began with Gabe Block on trumpet. And Nick Andrushenko on tenor sax. Aiden Morgan on piano. Who decided, like in February, that he wanted to start learning piano so he could play the jazz too. And then our last one was Ben Beam on bass trombone. So we are about to shift over to Jazz 1 and make for a quick shift. So Jazz 1 can kind of be ready to take spots here. Before we do that, or before we get these folks completely out of here, we are going to be interspersing some awards, and we will start with ones that were student voted, that they kind of put together on their own, and so this is just me kind of sharing what they decided within the ensemble. And so they started out by choosing an Outstanding Musician Award for Jazz 2, and that is awarded. Mr. G, we forgot to sign these. Yeah, it's been a busy day. To Parker Dunn. For our Most Improved Musician Award, the students have selected Lo. For the Jazz Hands Award, aka the Spirit Award, they have selected CJ Zaluval. And as someone that is always really strong to be helping out and be of service to others, this is because that's a huge part of what we do in band. I titled this The Helpiest Helper, and it goes to Julius Kozisek. Have two more tunes for you. Quick change. Yes. You got the music. Just so. So as they are getting up here and getting set up, I am going to introduce our next tune so that we can also have a quick performance of these. We will be opening with a really funky chart. It reminds me a lot of the stylings of Horace Silver, particularly in kind of his mid to late 60s era. It's got great melodies, but like these really fierce dissonances within. Just makes for a really hip sound. So this is a tune by Chris Sharp called Los Diablos Azul. and the Blue Devils, and it is going to, it bounces around a lot between 6/8, 3/4, and 4/4. It has these like constantly shifting grooves to it, and we'll see if we can hold it together. These are two new tunes for us that we put together in a short amount of time, and they are also extremely difficult. And we'll be closing with Gordon Goodwin's Mueve los Huesos, which is Shake Your Bones. Let's see, Los Diablos Azul is going to feature solos from senior Jamin Tanner on trombone. It will also feature a trumpet solo from Julius Cosisa. And then Mueve los Huesos will have a solo from, on soprano saxophone, Jacob Holster. As well as a drum solo from senior Ben Dean. Let's grab a minor second. check. Ah, yeah. You're so great, thanks. I will be signing these as I go. For Jazz 1, outstanding musician, Mr. Jacob Bolster. Most improved, oh my goodness, Paul Landers. Jazz Hands Award goes to Jamin Tanner. I'm pretty sure that he was wearing the spirit on the outside on that solo there.
Yeah. Well, I guess that wasn't funny.
And helping us to help her to Aiden Morgan. A note on that, you know, it's kind of been a fresh and challenging year as you know with having the infant daughter and both my wife and I being band directors and running around both before school and after school. So the students have been really incredible with always like being able to get to school and get things set up so that even in times like if I'm getting to the nannies late, like because the baby is causing that, then they're still ready to go, which has just been really exciting. It's such a fun group to work with. So this is Gordon Goodwin's Muevos Huesos.
chairs, or up to the front. Sounds good. And once we get
All right, up here at front, now you can see someone. I'm Mr. Gustafson, the other band teacher, and I also teach orchestra. And while the percussion ensemble is getting set up, I'm going to embarrass a very special parent really quick. I'm going to come over here, so follow me. Over here is Miss Spears. Yeah, Miss Spears. Yeah, give her a big hand. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just for a second. Now, these two have been part of the Evergreen Band program since 2012. So back in the big time marching band days, all the way through to today. And the reason that I had them both stand up, it's not just because it's their last band year. After that long, after this is 11 years. Wow, 11 years. That's awesome. However, another reason is in 2014, this is actually the year that I was hired. I was hired that summer. So that's what started when I started here, is that they started the bazaar that we know. The bazaar, the Christmas bazaar, or we call it the holiday bazaar. And sometimes it happened here at the high school, sometimes it happened over at Cascade. But they started it. And we figured that because of the bazaar that they started and they've run, they've raised somewhere in the neighborhood of $80,000. It was grown from the holiday bazaar to now a holiday and spring bazaar, which I thought this spring was super awesome that we got to have it outside, unlike last year when we had the torrential rains. And I think that was like the beginning of our dry spell, but I'm sort of okay with that. But I'm good that we got to have it outside, which is really cool. But I wanted to take a minute because it's their last concert, because they started this, and we will need some parent help getting this going, or not getting it going, but keeping it going when we get to the holiday season. Now, there is work involved, but it's not crazy. It is really not. See, they're shaking their head. It is really not crazy. And really, it's kind of like when you run a music festival or you run a concert, there's a lot of lead time stuff, but then kind of when the day gets going, the day goes. Like you have people in place, things happen, the day goes. A lot of the organizing is, putting, taping out the places, those kinds of things. And so we really need some parent help. Those of you that are parents next year, it's not a lot of commitment. It's not a big, huge time commitment. It's not a big time sink. But we make a lot of money from it, and it's a big fundraiser at not a whole lot of effort. So we will come looking for help starting at the beginning of the school year. But before we do that, first, from me, from the boosters, from all the parents, from Mr. Sorum, thank you so much for all you've done over the last 12 years. And I know you were president at one time, Mr. Spears, he's president of the booster program, and for starting that program that helped us raise so much money. Thank you so much. We will miss you. You can always come back and hear a concert if you wish. But we'd love to see you. Thank you very, very much. And Mrs. Spears, she just said, for that first one, she's willing to come and help to show you the ropes. We have all of the paperwork, how to set everything up, and then she'll help with that first time, so we all know how to get it done. So, coming back just for that, isn't that fantastic? So, thank you so much, we really appreciate it.
All right. As you know, it's been an extremely busy kind of close to the year. We've had this is our fourth of 5 concerts that we've had spread over 12 days, and that doesn't include Mr. G and I having like 5th grade concerts, Cascade concerts. It's been busy. This group, functioning as a class, again, this is year 2 of percussion ensemble, and it's been a long road in building this, but also like building a fresh atmosphere and building a really positive atmosphere and a place where people are really pushing themselves to learn. And in that, like, we had to prepare our parade. We had to prepare this. Certainly the most complex percussion ensemble piece that we've played up to this point. And then also having to kind of put together our band music without the luxury of like listening to the band at the same time. This group has gone from being a number of freshmen and sophomores that were full of students that were comfortable playing something by ear, not necessarily putting much work into reading, and especially being terrified of mallets, to having most every one of these students like tackling 4 mallet parts and being able to do like really complex. And so we're very excited to do this. We're missing 1 person to vacation, 1 person to illness, but even with that, it still requires an extra person. So I will be playing as well, not because they need it, but the music does. So I hope I don't mess up. But before we do, let's, because this is our one piece, I'm going to acknowledge them to kind of raise their egos or bruise them right before performance. I don't know how this works. Outstanding musician, CJ Toddy. Students, which is just really exciting, and some of these, so many of these, I look at them and I'm like, oh yeah, for sure. And this is one of those. Most improved. Just so impressed with how far this student has come this year. Ian Parker. This student unquestionably smashed this award, having come in essentially as a beginner and has developed reading skills, has jumped onto everything, and has been extremely reliable as a musician and really has kind of risen to become one of our strongest, but is always the most enthusiastic person in the room. This is Aaron Anderson for Spirit. And in a near unanimous vote for our Helpiest Helper, it really couldn't be anybody other than our section leader, Mr. Benjamin Bean. This is a big change for us, so we have to get a huge number of chairs and stands set up. We got to get some percussion move. So at this time, we really do encourage stand up and have a stretch. Go get a drink of water. It will be a good 5 minutes. Yeah, right about 5 minutes.